Right-hand drive at night poses a very unique problem here. See, US spec headlights. Oh, we didn't mention this. I think Japanese cars, most anyway, will beep when you go into reverse. It's an interesting concept. They don't beep on the outside, just on the inside. So it's kind of cool. They do that. So, as I was saying, poses a very unique problem. See, US spec headlights are meant to, well, be a little bit lower on the driver's side so they don't blind you in your face. And then on the passenger side, they're a little bit higher, so you have better visibility. The problem is that I'm sitting where most people's passenger side is. Oh boy, talk about blinding. Now this car, I'd say if you're going to go ahead and get into a JDM car, and you're going to go ahead and learn how to drive a right-hand drive car, this one is probably the easiest to do it. Or at least these models of the 180SX, because these had the pop-up headlights. And the reason I'm going to say that is that it's a hell of a lot easier knowing where that side of your car is when the headlights popped up over there. It's pretty simple. You have a visual cue of where the two sides of your car are, and that's extremely helpful. I think if you're a brand new driver and you're just getting used to driving a right-hand drive vehicle, this would be a great option for you. And again, remember, the car is for sale. You could pick it up and you could be, well, the one in the driver's seat instead of me. I'd rather you do that. Oh, see, this is the downside about being on this side. When stuff like this happens, it's rather difficult to know what in the world's going on over there when you got to go around this person. And you'll get used to situations like that driving on this side of the car. They'll happen more often than not, especially in a city like New York. So a little bit of time has passed now. As you guys can see, it's significantly darker, and we're going to do another attempt at a little short drive down the highway, primarily so that I can show you guys the true point to having an automatic in this car. Here we are on the highway. Now we're doing, I don't know if you guys can see the heads-up display, we're doing 20 kilometers an hour roughly. Which, by the way, I realize the heads-up display is fairly bright at nighttime. There are buttons here on the right side of the steering wheel that you can use to dim it down. I don't know if you guys can see me doing that now in the video, but there you go. So here we are. Still haven't went past the 60 kilometers an hour that we managed to hit the last time we attempted to go onto the highway. Still, we'll go an exit or two. Show you guys what it's like driving down the famous Belt Parkway. And it's called the Belt Parkway because it kind of goes into a little belt on the side of, well, up the side of Brooklyn, so to speak. And here we are, going a whopping 43 kilometers an hour, periodically slowing down. The guys in the left lane are doing a lot of standing. A lot more than we are, anyway. 180SX, having a great time, using one hand, taking a sip of water with my other hand, coming to the stop to let people in that are merging in. I'm not downshifting, not worrying about any of that. I'm just enjoying driving this car. And that's why there's an automatic here, especially for New York City. If you guys pick up this car or a car like this and you happen to live somewhere else, you live somewhere where there's more fun roads, you live somewhere where there's some mountains, you can really take this on, some nice twists, somewhere where there isn't a ton of traffic all the time, maybe somewhere with a 4-lane highway in each direction and some smooth roads. I understand that you want to have a manual transmission so that you can have the most possible fun with this car. You just can't do that here. I mean, just take a look at how long we've been going at barely any speed. This is pretty normal for us over here. I mean, it really is. This is the norm. This is what our highway is. Yes, in the middle of the night, sometimes there are sections that don't have traffic. However, that you yes, even in the middle of the night, will run into traffic. And that's because the Bell Parkway is in constant construction, is always being fixed, and it will never be done being fixed. I couldn't tell you the exact reason for that. I've always wanted to know. I never did. I would love to. I've always thought it had something to do with job security in a way, right? Where if we build it too good, we won't have a job in 5 years because there won't be a need to repair anything. Whether or not that's true, I really don't know. Rumors went around that the DOT that maintained these roads could not afford in their budget leveling tools, and as such, they were not able to build level roads. I'm not sure. What I do know is that we have some pretty crappy roads that are not built well, that were not planned out correctly for the amount of vehicles that we are putting onto these roads right now. And we have almost perpetual traffic in one way, shape, or another. Plus construction all the time. Most of it happens in the middle of the night. So after you've stood in traffic all day and tried to leave work as late as humanly possible in order to attempt to not stand in traffic, you will still find yourself standing in traffic. I feel like it's something with Mercedes drivers today because we have yet another one of them next to us with music blasting. I'm not sure if it's a requirement when you pick up a brand new Mercedes that your eardrums get blown out immediately so that you have to blast your music. It is very possible. I have not bought a new Mercedes, and as such, I am not aware of the exact rules and regulations that the Mercedes dealerships put onto you. The way back, the highway has a little bit less traffic going on for this bit anyway. So I'd like to show you guys a bit of just cruising, because going 40 and 50 kilometers down a highway is kind of stupid. Unfortunately, it's something you you know what? That might actually work. You might catch a cool cop and that might work. I wouldn't rely on that, so try to have some sort of understanding of what it is. If you need to put, you know, a couple of sticky notes on the side of your speedometer for the time being while you get used to that, I'd suggest you do it. So we had a little bit of a section of the Bell Parkway where we were able to get a little bit of speed, at least hit one of the top gears of this vehicle. As you can see, that has now stopped, and no longer do we have that luxury. We are right back to the 40 kilometers an hour that we have been averaging down this wonderful New York City